walking out of that office as a non-smoker, I had a little bit difficulty believing that it was really true. I couldn't believe it. And it was funny because I sat in my car and I looked in the back seat and there happened to be an empty pack of smokes that I missed because my car was dirty. And I looked back and I was like, why are those even there? And then driving back to the office and seeing red was just, I'm getting chills now just thinking about it. It was just, it was I was overcome with just this sense of cleanliness. It was just, I felt lighter, I felt cleaner, I felt like I was starting a new life. I went back to the office, I was sitting up straighter, had a better smile on my face, bigger smile, and I just wanted to share with everybody what I had just gone through because it felt great. It was awesome. You know, I'll take it good. Hi, I'm Amie Machado, and I have lived in San Jose my entire life, same street. I've been smoking since I was 17, so that's probably 1982, maybe, and it's now 2008. And smoking to me was something as my friend. I was a closet smoker for probably the last 7 years of my life. My parents thought I stopped smoking, my husband, my kids, my family. I had a couple friends that I smoked with because that's what we did. But once I had my first daughter, my third child, it was time for me to stop. It was done. She was 2 years old, and I was tired of hiding it. I had to be more attentive to her. I couldn't really go off and go smoke anymore because she was an infant and I had to be there with her, so it became more difficult for me to sneak it. I was at my friend's house and my friend Ryan came over and he wasn't smoking and we were all tripping on that and asked him what was going on. Hey, what's up? He goes, oh, I went and I saw this guy named Ken at the non-smoking clinic up in Oakland. He says, my mom went there and she talked me into it, and I said, give me his number. So that was probably in January because I saw Ken in February on the 20th. I'll never forget that date. All of my friends couldn't believe that I was actually going to do this. They thought I would be a smoker forever because that to them was who I was because they've known me forever and that's all I've always done is you need to smoke, here you go. So I went, and I smoked a cigarette. I smoked 3 cigarettes on the way to his office. Matter of fact, and it was only like a 7-minute drive from my office. And an hour and 10 minutes later, I was a non-smoker. Matter of fact, I went back to work right after the session, and I work at Wells Fargo, and we have a training class. And I talked to 3 people right there, and I know that one of them, I called Ken like the next day. I'm very proud. I share it with everybody every day. I know that making this step, it was the most difficult thing for me to do. But making that step was the best thing I ever did for myself. I feel better. I was able to help my mom take that step. She has the first stages of emphysema. So making myself go through the experiment and trying it and then being able to share with everyone and having them make that step, I feel like I'm this big with just pride. I'm so happy, proud. My husband and children are really happy. My husband is the one, he met me and he knew I was smoking, but he hated it. He really hated it. He didn't ever like the smell of it. He didn't like the taste of it. He stopped kissing me. because he didn't like the taste of the cigarette in my mouth. And that really hurt. I missed kissing my husband. It was sad. But now, it's not even a problem. I don't have to hide from him when I come into the house to go brush my teeth. I come home and I say, hi, I'm home, and we kiss each other. My kids are much healthier now. My son Anthony has asthma. So having a mother who smoked wasn't a very healthy thing for him. Even if I did smoke outside, you still have it on your clothes. He was allergic to it. It would trigger an asthma attack. So he's having the benefit of having a non-smoker in the house because he's not having those allergies and having those asthma attacks. So his life is much healthier also now, and has not really had to go to the hospital for an asthma attack since I quit smoking. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if it's just part of it, but I know that that was not a good thing for him. This non-smoking center is definitely a good place to go to. If you're nervous, if you're skeptical, if you're, afraid of losing your friend, because that's what my friend was. My friend was the cigarette. You can find a new friend. You could find something else to replace it. It was the best experience that I've been through. Ken, from the moment I met him, I had known him forever. Was the feeling that I had, this safeness, again, knowing that he's out there to really want to help me. It's not for him, it's for me. And that made it easier, much easier to go through the whole process. And I actually had a little breakdown, and a couple days had passed by, and I called up Ken and I said, I'm kind of concerned, stressed out, and I'm just afraid I'm going to quit smoking. And my husband said that I should call you just in case. Just hearing Ken's voice was, one, reassuring. I had like that sense, but he said, Amie, you went through all of this as a non-smoker. You're a non-smoker. And I was talking to Ken on the phone at a stoplight, and I looked up, and that stoplight was bright, bright red. And I couldn't believe it, and I remember saying, oh my God, Ken, I'm sitting here at this light, and it's bright red. And it was almost like his words just kind of reassured everything, and it just made my whole process just guaranteed even more that, yeah, I am a non-smoker. And I went through this horrible, stressful time being a non-smoker. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm not losing money. I'm not spending $7 a day. I'm able to put that money towards shopping or going to the store, and my daughter saying, I want that, and saying, sure, no problem, knowing that I'm saving, $40 a week easy on just that, and it adds up, and it's amazing the amount of money that you spend. Lighters, ashtrays, cigarettes, air fresheners, Febreze, the things that you need to go through so you don't smell like cigarettes, dryer sheets. Yeah, I was a closet smoker, so I know all the tricks. The mints, the gums. Yeah, my bank account is larger. It's because I'm not spending money on frivolous things that make me smell good, because I smell good naturally now. To reward myself, a month after my 30-day anniversary of non-smoking, I decided to buy a brand new car. So I bought a 2008 Dodge Charger, little hot rod for a hot rod mom, and that's what I did, and that was my reward. And every time I get into the car, it smells great. There's no cigarette burns in there, there's no ashes, there's nothing. It's a great brand new car, and it's still a brand new car.